your main in Mario Kart?
We do Yoshi, Teddy Buggy.
Oh, he got the cars. And
I forgot the wheels. It's like
I don't
it's
even
like
know
this
the
button
car,
wheels,
the car
I
I'd be
think, and
driving.
then Cloud. It's Cloud Paraglider. It's the best in the game.
I do use the Cloud Paraglider. I do know that.
There's Buddy,
I frankly
and
didn't
then
know
there's
that they do
Teddy
different
Buggy.
things, to be honest
But
with you.
it's the meta cart in the game. That's the main reason I use it, and
Yeah.
it's also I like Yoshi, so it's fun. I like using it a
I
lot.
always play as Toad.
No, we always go.
You would.
I either go Yoshi. I think.
Just 'cause I like him.
Give us your best Toad impression.
I don't remember what he sounds like now that we're here. Isn't he like...
I don't know, bro.
Yeah,
What does he say?
It's been a minute since I played
I
a
thought he
Mario
kind of
game.
growls a little bit. No?
I helped
he's
on
got a
Mario.
scrunchy
Grunting like
voice.
Stefano.
I helped on Mario Kart recently. I helped on Mario Kart recently to test out a new Switch dock because my old one broke, so I got a new one. It works mostly good.
Yeah.
It just takes a minute to set up, which kind of sucks, but otherwise
I
it works.
play as Link all the time.
Well, they removed him from the
I
newest
play
game,
as
so that
him
sucks.
sometimes. No, I don't.
If not
That's
Link,
a lie.
I play as Daisy.
What's Mario? What's the Super Smash? I always
Oh.
play as
Who do
what's
you
that
main?
little puffball guy?
Oh, Kirby.
Yeah.
I usually
I am always Kirby.
I do Kirby, I do Meta Knight, I do Lucario, and I do Bowser. It just depends.
Kirby only. My friends and
I want
I
to move to Steve.
played
I play
all as
as-
Kirby once. That was
Who's the young boy with angel wings?
Who's
Oh,
that
Pit.
young boy?
Pit. I play
with
as
wings?
Pit.
Yeah.
I made Pit in
Ah.
This is an
Smash.
interesting Smash Bros. Character
I just
considering
like to
he's
pick
had
cute
one
ones
game
who probably
recently,
don't do anything
Yeah.
good.
and they've just never revived that poor series.
But he has
Dead.
a really good save for if you fall off the edge, which I
Yeah.
do frequently.
Oh.
So
I don't know what I'm doing. I hit every button at the same time and call it a day.
Sure.
video games and video
Sure.
games.
Sure.
Well,
So-
everybody, welcome back to the Impact Students podcast. We are here for our second episode, a special one, where we're going to be talking about life as a Christian student, especially one that is in public school and loves video games, which is what we were just talking about,
We're your hosts, Abby.
and Julia.
And we're back today with Stefano.
Woo.
Hi.
Hi, Stefano. Well, Stefano, as we ease into things and as we kick off, we're going to start off with a little game of sorts. And
Yay.
so for your episode, we have the wonderful Book of Brackets, which we like to use for various games. Sometimes we like to use it when we play opinionated dodgeball at youth group. But for you, we are going to be having you make a bracket list between video games. And so we're
Easy.
going to go through each one. I'm going to say this video game versus this one. You're going to tell us which one's better until we get to the ultimate best video game from this list. So we have here Minecraft versus Roblox.
Minecraft.
Okay,
Okay,
wait, actually,
Roblox
I
is
saw
straight.
Roblox? Are you
First
being
of all, Roblox is not the best app. Second of all,
It's true.
the games are
That's
just
true,
kind of like copy and paste, not
Of
very
other
great.
games.
There's some good games on Roblox, like Frontlines is one I always immediately think of just because like it looks cool. I think it's really
He's a
graphically impressive
professional.
for
Roblox.
for a Roblox game, but I'm,
I'm
just
looking
not
to
like
hear you say one certain
not crazy
game,
about
sir.
Yeah, there's
Roblox.
another really good Roblox game out
Dress to
there.
Impress is garbage. It was never good. You guys are just
Excuse
obsessed
me?
with it. Anyways,
Okay,
next
Call of
Very
Duty
fun.
versus Fortnite.
COD, bro. Any day, bro. I love COD. The newer ones are kind of fun. I do like Black Ops 7. I'm sorry if you don't like that game. So,
Couldn't
Awesome,
tell you
I don't know what
anything
you're
about
talking
I've liked
about.
it. It's very-
Red Dead Redemption or Resident Evil.
Red Dead Redemption. I don't really like horror.
That's the cowboy one, right?
Yep. It's the one I always talk, or Trevor likes a lot. So
Animal Crossing or Madden.
Animal Crossing, dude. Madden
Classic.
is just the same thing over and
I
over
love
again, and I
Animal
don't really like
Crossing.
sports games. So
Grand Theft Auto or Final Fantasy.
oh, that's a hard question. I'm not really big into either, but I'd probably say GTA.
What?
Ugh.
Ew.
Look, man, Rockstar's good.
I don't
Okay.
even know some of these games. Sea of Thieves or Skyrim.
I haven't played Sea of Thieves, and I don't really like Skyrim, but I'm gonna go Skyrim just because.
Okay.
You've actually played it.
Yeah.
Halo or Mario Kart.
Halo, dude. Mario
What?
Kart, dude.
You
Halo.
can't knock out Mario
Halo-
Kart in
no,
the first round.
First of all,
Just
Halo
get shut
of all the video games on like the market is probably the most interesting from a Christian perspective because there's a lot of like
Oh.
biblically rooted references. For example, the main villain is like the flood. That's like the big threat. The way they
Oh,
survive the flood is going to the ark, where they put 2 of every species in the galaxy on it, and that's just cool to me from like a Bible. like,
Okay, the
when I
more you
first
know,
started, like,
Halo.
so when I
Interesting.
first started getting into my faith, just like seeing random like things, I was like, That's kind of
Halo
similar
brought
to
him to it.
Halo, bro. And I was like, dude,
No,
that's
that's
cool.
cool.
I thought that's cool.
This
So
is just like
This is
Halo.
Just like
No,
Halo.
it was like, dude,
Reading
I was like-
Genesis,
I was
Noah
like-
the Ark. This is just
No.
dude. Did they get this from Halo? Seriously?
No, they said specifically the Ark of the Covenant, and I just thought that was
That's
really
so
funny
cool.
considering the main villains also. There's the Flood, and there's different factions. We can go on all day.
Interesting.
We'll go later. We'll
That's
go later.
actually cool though. I
Um,
didn't know that.
Elden Ring or Mario Party?
Elden Ring,
That's
400
another-
hours, my most played game on Steam. I love
Wow.
that
$400.
game. It's nothing. That's
Okay.
nothing.
We're knocking out every Mario.
Now
game
we
the first
have
one.
I'm not hating on
Super
Mario,
Smash
but-
Bros versus Plants vs Zombies.
Smash Bros. Just because it's a little bit more
Thank God.
replayable.
Something.
I
made it
like
through.
I like Plants vs Zombies though. It's fun, but
This is a hard one here. Among Us or Legend of Zelda?
this is the easiest question you've ever asked me, bro. Among Us, dude, we're going Zelda any day,
Oh,
bro.
thank you.
Breath of
I
the
was really
Wild
worried.
Breath of the Wild was really good, bro.
I know someone's
don't
favorite
like-
game.
I
is
don't
Among
like
Us.
Tears. I really don't like Tears of the Kingdom that much, but I liked
I
Breath of the
love 'em
Wild.
both.
I was actually
the older-
an expert gamer.
the older Zelda
Yeah,
games were fun.
obviously you could tell I know all of these games.
The older
really
Zelda
well.
games were fun-ish, but I'm not crazy about
They're
them.
all
but
great.
I'm not crazy about Ocarina
Rocket
or whatever.
League or Ratchet and Clank?
Oh, I've played Rocket League. I haven't played Ratchet and Clank. But
Oh, yeah,
like,
sorry.
if I had to pick one nowadays, I'd probably go. I want to try Ratchet and Clank at some point.
The Last of Us or Battlefield?
Battlefield. I still
I've
like The
actually
Last
heard
of
of The
Us.
Last of Us.
I don't like The Last
They
of
made
Us.
that into a TV
Yeah,
show.
isn't that a show? Okay.
It is a show. It's supposed to
have
be
heard
good,
of
but I'm gonna go Battlefield. Battlefield is gorgeous, dude. Especially like Battlefield 1. It looks really nice.
God of War or FIFA?
God of War. I haven't played it.
I was
want to
gonna
try it.
assume that if you didn't like Madden, you wouldn't like.
No, we're not
FIFA.
going sports games, bro. I want to try God of War at
No
some point.
sports games.
They look really good.
Super Mario Odyssey or Hogwarts Legacy?
Mario Odyssey. I haven't played Hogwarts Legacy, so I can't really give a good opinion on it yet.
It's pretty fun.
I've heard it's good, so but it's just not like my cup of tea. so.
Pokemon Sword and Shield or Kingdom Hearts?
I hate both of those. I mean, Kingdom Hearts is just no, but I didn't like Sword and Shield that much, but it was good enough, so I'll say Sword and Shield.
Pokemon.
It's tolerable.
And then Overwatch or Super Mario?
Super Mario, dude. Overwatch, bro. Come on, bro.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm judging
All right,
you.
we're gonna speed it up. Ready?
Yeah.
Mine or Call of Duty? Minecraft. Sorry.
Minecraft,
Okay. Red Dead Redemption or Animal Crossing?
Red Dead Redemption,
GTA or Skyrim?
Skyrim.
Halo or Elden Ring?
Okay, well, we're pausing for this one because these are two of my favorite games ever. I'm gonna give it the edge slightly to Halo just because I think it has a way
got
way
that
better
from the Bible.
story.
And because of the
Elden
biblical
Ring,
references.
Elden Ring, while it has like a good enough story, I think the gameplay is way better. But Halo just hits way different.
Okay. Super Smash Bros. Or Legend of Zelda?
Legend of Zelda.
Yes.
That's not top one, by the way. don't-
Rocket League
giving you a
or
warning.
Battlefield?
I said Ratchet and Clank, by the way, but
Oh, sorry, Ratchet
Battlefield.
and Clank.
Battlefield.
That was my bad. I couldn't read my own handwriting.
You're good.
God of War or Super Mario Odyssey?
God of War, just because it's a better game series. I'm not crazy about either. Right now,
Pokemon Sword and Shield or Super Mario?
Super Mario,
All right, here we go. We're getting down to the final four. Minecraft or Red Dead Redemption?
Red Dead Redemption,
Skyrim or Halo?
Halo.
Zelda or Battlefield? Ooh.
Okay, this is a hard question. I like both a lot. I'm gonna slightly say Zelda. I like Battlefield. I think that's a game I'd return to more, but I think Zelda
Zelda's getting
just
further than I
slightly
thought
is
it would.
better.
God
really
of
like Breath of the
War
Wild.
or Super Mario?
It's also a hard question. I guess Mario.
Wow.
I don't really know. That's hard to pick.
All right, here we go. Red Dead Redemption or Halo?
Is this for the top two? Because
This
I'm
is the
being
top
real with you.
two.
These are the only two that are like actually contenders for top two right now.
Wow.
So here's your answer.
Giving it away.
I'm gonna give it slightly to Red Dead Redemption just because Red Dead Redemption 2 is genuinely one of the best games. I
no,
think
but
everyone
that's
should
not
play it.
two. It's only the first one.
I'd say that's like the best one like out of all this tier
Oh,
lists.
okay.
I'm just gonna give you that right away now. Halo Reach and Halo 2 are both like masterpieces. Again for Red Dead, we're saying that's the entire series, not just
Oh,
one.
sorry, my bad.
We could say otherwise because
I thought
like
we were saying just
well,
the one.
cause Halo's on here too. I think Red Dead 1 it was boring and it was just like a GTA clone. It felt like it was not very good till the end. But Red Dead 2 is genuinely cinematic.
So many
It is
things to
the
say
it is
about
the
that.
best.
Wow.
It is hands down the best video game I think I've ever played. I think everyone should play it. It's the only video
Wow.
game I've ever like cried slightly over playing.
Oh,
It is
wow.
so good. There's so much stuff you can take like for your personal life out of that.
Wow.
Halo Reach was the game that got me like into gaming, and Halo 2 is like up there with Reach. I think they're two of the best games ever made.
Wow.
But Red Dead Redemption 2, I think, is one of the best,
So
if
we're
not
giving
the
it to
best
that one.
game ever made. So I
And
gotta say
then,
Red Dead.
in that kind of like same vein, I'm sure really similar vibes here. Legend of Zelda or Super Mario.
I mean, Mario is like a little bit more of an industry impact, but I think Breath of the Wild was like just phenomenal. So I'll just say Breath of the Wild, just so Zelda wins that. And then
Okay,
obviously,
and then obviously
Red
your
Dead.
winner
Red
is-
Dead
yeah.
wins that, dude.
We
It's
did it.
insane competition.
Yeah.
That took way longer. than I probably
Yay.
should have.
No, it's okay. Obviously, you know my answer would be Zelda, the Zelda
Such a
series.
boring
Love all those games.
I obviously know all of those games super well, so it'd be
There
really
wasn't.
hard
If
for
you
me to
did tiers
pick.
with
Yeah, it would
my
be so
favorite
hard for
games
Abby to have
ever,
to choose one.
the 80
couldn't
I've
even.
played that I love a lot, we'd be here for like forever.
Yeah.
So
Well, Stefano, as we ease into the actual podcasting now, and the questions, just to like get to know you a little better as a student,
I think you
for
got a
those
lot
who
of that.
don't know you, what does a normal day look like for you at school?
Oh, at school. So usual day is I wake up. It's like 5 in the morning. I
Okay.
usually go on my phone for a few minutes just to let my body process the fact I'm up at 5:30 in the morning. I go to the bathroom.
fair.
That's
I
so
usually
fair.
like change like
You
my
don't have to go through all the details.
and, I change and then I go to the bathroom and then go upstairs, get food, say good morning to my puppers. Love my
Aw.
puppers. It's one of my favorite parts of the day. Get some good cereal. Then I go downstairs. I sit on my phone for like 10 minutes ish, depending on time. Usually till like 6. And then at 6 o'clock, I'm like, dude, I gotta drag my body upstairs. And I drag myself up.
Right.
And I hang out with my dogs for like 10 minutes. Then at that point, I give them around 12 ish. I give them hugs, And then we leave, go sit at the bus stop. Then I go to actual school. So I have 4 blocks
we're
each day, right? So A days, I have 2 classes in the morning. So I have English, I have government. So it's just, usual English government boring stuff. Then we go from there, we have this thing called Bear Block. And on A days, it's cut short for me because I go to a different school. So I sit there for like 15 minutes, go to lunch. I hang out with my friend, my buddy. He's great. And then we go from there,
Wow.
get on the bus. I sit on my phone for a bit because we get the opportunity to, and it's kind of nice. And then we go to, they ban phones in school if you're curious about that. So you aren't supposed to have phones out. So thankfully we leave the building halfway through the day. So, get to go on my phone for a bit. And then we go to CTC, which is our specialty school. And we're in there for 2 blocks for 1 class. And I do cybersecurity over there. I'm studying for my Tech Plus right now. And then on B days, I have Java. First thing in the morning, AP Java. It's rough, as you would think it is. Then I have cybersecurity, which used to be a great class to chill. I'm not really liking it right now. Then from there, I have Bear Block, which is long. I think it's like 30 minutes, 40 minutes now. That's chill. You don't get to, I don't get to be on my phone anymore, sadly, which used to be a nice, mental break, but, no more mental break. So you're to just, sit through it, do nothing. Usually sometimes teacher will pull you, so you get to talk to people. I do schoolwork sometimes during that if I have the need to. Then I go to lunch. Then I have AP Chem, and then I have design, which is probably my favorite class this year. We're making T-shirts right now. It's really fun. I'm excited to wear it.
Cool.
It's a dog themed one I did. I did a
Nice.
horrible looking drawing of a dog. It's gonna be cool.
It's going to be a great shirt.
That's awesome.
Let us know when it's for sale so we can buy
You
it.
can't buy it.
Oh,
It's only for me.
ouch. Well, thank you, Stefano. You've left nothing to the imagination. I got a play-by-play.
We
Of
need to
your
go
whole
into
day,
the
that's awesome.
after school part.
No,
but,
that's okay. We've
That's fine.
got it.
We're good.
We would have been here all day.
We talked about you're in a lot of things that lead you into the things that you're interested in, computer science and cybersecurity. And I kind of want to know, how did you get into those things?
You see, my parents when we were younger, they got us all. My uncle actually first started me with like an Xbox and like at the 360, and that kind of just got me like interested in video games, playing stuff like Minecraft and stuff. It was nice to have like that creative outlet to just like mess around and do whatever. That and Legos at the time were like my big 2 things. So we had those, and it was fun to always just mess around, in Minecraft, mess around with Legos. I still love Legos. I still have my Legos. I don't really mess with them as much often just because it's a pain to like clean up. I'll be honest with you.
Right.
It's also kind of awkward, seeing their grown man playing with Legos.
Hey, there's nothing
I
wrong
don't need
with
anyone
Legos.
walking in, seeing me like, being goofy. But yeah, I love messing around with Legos still. Then from there we got 3DSs when my uncle met current family. We got together. We all got 3DSs. We all played Pokemon together. Honestly, kind of a vibe. I wish we did that still, but
Aw.
honestly, the newest games aren't very good, so I'm just not as checked
Hey,
into that series
Don't
anymore.
even talk to DS about that. I was beast mode on Cooking Mama.
Dude, I actually do. I don't know when we ever had the chance to play that game, but I do remember that game specifically. Fun
Love that.
fact, actually, on the Wii, you could order Domino's in Japan. That's just a cool little fact. You can order
Fun.
Domino's on your Wii. It's neat. Anyways,
Nice.
from there, we got Xboxes and we played Battlefront 1, the Star Wars game, the Battlefield clone. I mean, it's by the same company, but call it a clone. Anyways, we had that. We had Minecraft again. We played so much Minecraft. A big part of growing up. Then from there, we got PCs, but I didn't really like using my PC for a while because we just had Ark, and I hated Ark. It wasn't my game. I don't like survival games that much, surprisingly. But then from there, we got Minecraft on it, and then from there, like I wanted my PC to be better because like it lagged a bit and I had a little bit of issues, so I wanted my PC to be up there a bit more. So I started learning a little bit more about like computer parts, and then my uncle upgrading our computers, teaching us these things, got me to seek out on my own to want to understand what I was using. And then from there, I got more into actual games myself. And the part of having games on a PC, you have to kind of know what's in your PC to upgrade it and make it better. So you have to know, like, understand like the stuff that goes into your games a little bit. It's not as technically demanding as I'm making it sound, but like you have to know a little bit of stuff. And I think that's where I started getting really deep into like I want to know more about computers. Like at first it was just like I want to do a game design job. I want to make video games. That's my dream. And then from there, it's like, dude, I love my PC. I want to do everything I can on my PC. I want to have full control over it. Just do all this crazy stuff that people wouldn't think you could do. So
That's awesome.
So it started as just like growing up playing games and having a love for that, and then it kind of just took off into a passion for computers themselves.
yeah.
Super cool. Well, looking at your life, you're a public school student, obviously, you just went
Mhm.
over that. What would you say is like the hardest part about living out your faith in a public school environment?
I'd say the biggest issue is you are in public school and there's difference of opinions, right? Private school students, this is specifically for you. When you come to church and stuff, right? Like you don't ever have to deal with people who openly, I think, like oppose that. At
Mm.
school, I've had to deal with, like, I mean, it's not like I'm going around being like, I love Jesus, I love Jesus, I love Jesus. Guys, have you heard about Jesus, guys? Guys, you need to follow Jesus, right? Like, I'm not trying to be rude to people who like are that passionate, but I think that can come off like a lot of times to people as that's obnoxious to people. Like
Mm-hmm.
we get it, dude.
Mm.
Like you're kind of being like a teacher's pet right now. Coming around like I'm not trying to like diss God or anything here, but like I'm just being honest here, right? People don't want to hear that, but like just even talking about it, like I've heard like resistance. I remember specifically walking
Yeah.
into class one day, hearing two kids say, "quote Oh, well, he's starting to grow more in his faith, and that makes me like uncomfortable. He's thinking more about like his
Mhm.
afterlife and stuff, and I think that's weird, and I don't want to be
Mm.
friends with him anymore." Specifically, I heard that, and I was just like, dude, it makes me really uncomfortable. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Does those kind of reactions from people make you feel pressure to hide or downplay
no,
your faith?
no.
Ooh,
I
period.
think
Nope.
if you really believe in something, one of my opinions is that you should say like what you believe. You shouldn't
Yeah.
like try to hide it. Like your beliefs. Like you shouldn't try to change it for someone. You should only, I think, change your belief if you genuinely like hear like an argument. Like say you believe the earth is flat, dude. If you are very passionate about that, man, go out there and be passionate about that. But if you see proof about something where it's like, hey, okay, clearly the earth is round now. Like I've been researching it and I've been to space and like I can clearly see the earth is round. That's a
I've
yes.
been to
Change your
space.
opinion. I think you should be open at the same time to other opinions of stuff. But at the same time, I also think you should be passionate about your opinion. You shouldn't just like change it up because you're talking to a different person, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
So, for example, I'm not a big fan of Switch 2. I don't think it's very worth it for most people. If I go up to like Billy Bob, who I know is a big Nintendo fanboy, I'm not gonna be like, "Yeah, Switch 2 is great. It's a great deal, guys." I'll be honest
Yeah.
with him. I'll be like, "Hey, I just don't think it's a good deal for most people because it's really expensive and it doesn't
Yeah.
have that many good exclusives right now, in my opinion."
Yeah.
And just stuff
I
like
think we
that.
talked
where
about Billy Bob last season.
I
Shout
just make
out.
up stuff,
Shout out.
But like I think you should just like be honest about like your faith, especially like Christian faith. That's something
Mhm.
you should be like proud of, dude. Like you
Yeah.
should be like, "Hey, man, I believe in God." You shouldn't switch up just because like you think you're gonna get a little bit of pushback for that.
Mm.
So
Yeah, that's good.
Period. Stay strong. One thing that I'm really curious about is from your perspective, what do you think public school students struggle with spiritually that people might not realize?
I think people realize it. Would be my response. That's a really tough question. I would say just being consistent. I think a lot of public school students they say like they'll say like, hey, I did this too myself. They'll say, hey, I believe in God, I'm Christian, whatever. But that's literally where they'll go with it. They'll be like, I'm Christian, yeah, whatever.
But that's it.
But they aren't actually like having like a true faith. I think there's a lot of
Mm.
people who are like that. I also think there's a lot of people who are really passionate about their faith in high school that you don't see. We do have a club at our school, which is cool, a Christian club. I did it a little bit. I wasn't really like crazy about it. I gave it a shot. I thought God said, hey, you should give it a shot, and I gave it a shot. I haven't had time to go there really, and like at the same time, so it's during our little bear block thing we have.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's neat. So there is like really good Christians, but at the same time, there's people who are like, oh, I'm Christian, but like they don't really believe in their faith truly. I think
Mm.
so.
Yeah. That's very fair. I find that everywhere. I mean, the lukewarm
It is
Christian,
everywhere. It's
you know,
everywhere. It's even
true.
at like church, you'll notice it. So
Yeah, it's true. Well, Stefano, we talked earlier about you are very passionate about video games.
yep,
And you played a lot of different games and
Yep.
you're really into that world. And I don't know much about it, but it's cool to see how passionate you are about it. I
Mhm.
want to know how you balance hobbies like gaming with your faith.
Well, I mean, it's just another hobby. So it's just like someone who watches a lot of TV, right? There's people that sit there and they watch TV from like 10 to like 10 in the morning to 10 at night, right? And I would be honest with you, I don't see like why people would want to do that, right? But there's people who don't see like why I'd want to play video games, right? Same time. So I just think like it's just like any other hobby. You just gotta learn to like balance it and like make time for God at the same time. So you gotta be willing. I mean, I say the easiest part of faith and the easiest way to have a relationship with God is to just pray, right? Like everyone has friends and like you interact like with your hobbies with your friends and stuff. But at the same time, you do make time to like text your friend every now and then, right? Same thing with God, right? You're constantly talking to God throughout the day. So there's a balance of that. I do like to do God stuff before bed. I think it's nice.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's what I found easier.
I
Obviously, I'm
think,
not perfect at it though. I will say.
well,
So
None of us are.
yeah, I think that's great though that you're making sure to carve out that time and making
Mhm.
sure that you have just as much time for God and keeping that a priority. When you're looking at like the video games that you play and what you're doing and how you're in them, how do you discern like, oh, is this a game that I should really be playing, or is this maybe distracting me or kind of like leading me away from my faith?
One thing that I specifically, because I've been thinking about this with one of
Yeah.
the games specifically I played, really liked the game. I think it was good, and I do think it was worth playing. But one thing I always tell my friends, and when they ask me about this, right, like, hey, there's X thing in the game, I'm not sure about it.
Yeah.
What's your motivation for playing the game first, and
Mm.
then that's where you go from there, right? Like, let's be real, Doom, pretty gory game. It's pretty rough. Why are you playing Doom? Right? Like you might ask that as like from another Christian outside perspective who doesn't understand video games. Hey, why are you playing this game? This game seems a little violent. I would say, why are you playing? Like, why are you specifically choosing it? Because the combat's fun, right? I think that it's fun to play. I think it's kind of cool. Okay, that's a reasonable reason. I think there's games that are like, hey, there's no excuse for you playing that, bro. Like, if the game is like straight, like, not safe for work content, obviously you shouldn't be playing that. But like, if you're playing a game and it, like, say, there's some parts of the game where that's in there and you're choosing to avoid it, I don't see an issue with that. Like, we specifically mentioned like GTA, right? Yeah, I mean, you are stealing stuff and stuff. But think about it this way. Why
are committing
why are
Grand Theft
you
Auto.
I'm not recommending you play it. I'm just saying this is an example that people immediately jump to. I don't think like there's been case studies about like do video games make you violent? Do people get like inspired by ideas by video games? I'd say it's a way for people to just like do things you can't do in real life.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see it as like necessarily wrong to like if I kill someone playing Call of Duty, I'm not saying, yes, dude, I'm so happy that I just got to murder a person. It's just like, dude, I'm playing a game for fun. It's like going to the arcade and getting a high score. It's just this is the modern version of that, right?
Right. So having that discernment to tell, like, first of all, what's my intention in playing this? And how is it affecting my heart playing this even?
Mm-hmm.
Like, am I just having fun playing a game, or is it actually starting to impact how I treat people outside of the game?
Mm-hmm.
And being able to recognize that and keep that in check is
I would
really
say
what's important.
I would say even some of the games that you guys would think like those games are bad, right? Like specifically Red Dead Redemption 2 is a huge one I love to point to. You would think that that game is straight just like about a bunch of outlaws that go around murdering people. No, that game actually has I think like a really deep like message about like when you are going to die, like do you want everyone to know who you are in like a bad way or like a few people know who you are in a good way, right? And I think like there's like these little messages people don't like look at the full game. people who don't play video games will look in from like the outside and be like,
Mm.
oh, that's a bad game, but you aren't looking at it from like someone who actually like plays these games and like experienced these games, I think. So I think there's that, and then I think that's also a conversation you should have with God. Like,
Right.
God, is this
Yeah.
game bad, or is it okay to play? So,
Yeah.
and also
ultimately.
I'd say as well too, specifically with PC gaming, for example, one of the games I played, there's a lot of like ads in the game that are like a little weird. You can model a lot of that stuff out, thankfully. So
Get it
if you
outta
want to
here.
play
Get
like,
out.
so if you want to play a game for like the story specifically, I want to play this game because I knew it had a good story and I wanted to see what everyone was talking about.
Yeah.
But it did have a good story, but I modded a lot of that stuff out because like I don't want to see it. You know, it's not something I signed up for. So
Mods.
Yeah. That's good.
thank you for the modders who did that. So
Yeah. Ultimately, discernment. And I like what you said. Bring it to God because we ask Him to guide us in everything.
Yeah.
And even this
Mhm.
is
Even our
equally as
hobbies.
important.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, also again though, think about it this way too. You guys watch probably Marvel movies, right? Those movies have a lot of like blood in it, dude. There's a lot of stuff in that you would think, oh, that's bad. But you know, I know there's lots of Christians that watch that. There's lots of Christians that watch probably worse movies too. So
Right. We just
Yeah.
have
think
to
about
guard
that.
our hearts.
It's the same like type of media. So you
Right.
gotta think about that too.
Yep. We just guard our hearts and we use discernment. Absolutely.
Amen.
So you, that's right. So, I mean, you talked a lot about like your uncle has like really introduced you and to a lot of technology throughout your life and
Mhm.
gotten you well versed in that. And I love hearing your perspective on these things because I don't know that much about it, and
Yeah.
you do, so it's really cool. Do you think technology makes it easier to follow Jesus or harder for students? And maybe some of your
Both.
personal experience
Both.
too.
Oh.
Both, dude.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of access, I think, to this has become like a huge thing, especially in like the gaming sphere of
Mm.
putting like restrictions like government wise, like they're talking about putting like AI things. GTA was a huge game that people were talking about with this specifically because you know that's a game that is very controversial.
Mhm.
For example, they want to put AI like age verification and that stuff because that stuff is really easy to access now. I'll be real
Yeah.
with you, like that's the truth, sadly. But at the same time, I think part of that is parents you need to teach your kid like, hey, this is what you should do. And I think before you get a computer, you should be taught like, hey, here's how not to screw up. And then I think that's just like a trust thing and a thing
Can't
between
agree more.
that's a thing
Yeah.
between you and God. Like, hey, you know, you're gonna screw up, right? Like you're on the internet. I've downloaded malware before, dude. I'll be the first to admit it, right?
As have
I'm never
I.
gonna make that mistake ever again. But like, it's a learning process, right?
Mhm.
Like with anything, you can access that stuff in the real world too. Probably just as easy, dude. Like, you know how easy it would be if I wanted to just go to the bathroom and ask some random kid, hey, can I borrow your vape to try out the vape? Dude, those kids do not care, bro. Like, there's access to bad things everywhere you go.
Mm.
You have to learn to
Mm.
deal with it. You are gonna make mistakes. I promise you that. Learn from them, right?
Yeah.
We all
Mm.
mess up every day, so
And looking maybe on like part of the beneficial side to technology and things like that, what does it look like for you to represent Christ and your faith in digital spaces where people might not even know you're a Christian?
hard
Like thinking more
question.
for like
Just like
multiplayer online games.
I mean, the issue there is I don't really play a lot of multiplayer online games. But not being the guy who's in the chat, I guess necessarily like, you know, I'm not perfect. I've had my moments. I'll be real with you. But trying not to be, you know, the guy that goes into chat and cusses everyone out immediately.
That would be
I've
a
been
good
in
start.
I've been in
a good thing to
I've been in
avoid.
multiple just like online match lobbies where people would just be like overly pissed. Specifically two moments that came to mind of just weird chat interactions I think I've had with people. One time we were playing Splitgate, me and a friend, and there's some kid on the mic, open mic, didn't realize it was happening, just talking to his mom. And it was just very entertaining for us. And then another time, some dude was like really pissed off, cussing us out because we were just kind of like not doing good in a game of Battlefield 6 we were playing, I think at the time, Red Sec, and he just started cussing us out. So I guess just trying not to be that person. You know, obviously everyone gets frustrated. You know, everyone slips up. I have a friend who I'm getting on with this now, trying to help him from
Hmm.
saying dumb stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
So
Because even if we don't explicitly, like you're saying, like I don't go around being like, you need to
Mhm.
follow Jesus and da da, and you're not shoving it down people's throats. We still represent him well,
Mhm.
and seeing that you're different still makes people wonder what's different about you.
Yeah.
Which is
I will say though, you will probably mess up a lot, especially like online. I think you have like a lot of just like anonymity. So I think it does give
Mm.
people like the bravery to say some stuff you
Yeah, it's
necessarily
true.
won't say like
Keyboard
in person.
warriors.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So I would
It's
say
very true.
everyone's gonna probably have their moments at some point. So that's just, you know,
But we do our best
You
through
gotta,
the
yeah,
power
you
of the
just
Holy
gotta do your
Spirit
best, bro.
to avoid that.
You gotta do your best.
So I want to know currently for you in your life, what is something that God has been teaching you in this season of your life?
Ooh. We just went from like video games to an entirely
I
different
know. I'm
topic.
skipping. I'm
We're
going
jumping around.
I would say something God's just been teaching me is to just go and like go with the flow. Things might not seem like perfect necessarily, like how like life's going with you, but you just gotta like keep pushing forward and seeing like where God's gonna take you. So I think that's just something God's been teaching me recently. So
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, looking over your high school career and everything, do you feel like your faith has grown during high school?
yeah, I would say I think specifically high school is when I found my faith. So obviously,
Mm,
I think God really pushed me through high school to like learn more and to realize just how much I need to like depend on Him.
yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Stefano, I know
Your
you didn't want
favorite
to talk about it much, but we
question.
got to touch on it. You're graduating soon.
Darn.
Darn.
I just
The
want to
old-
know how your faith shapes how you're thinking about the future.
Um, I'd say I'm just praying like with God a lot, just like especially recently. Just I think there's a lot of stress that comes with it that I think adults don't realize. Like some of these like older people will not realize. Specifically, like my parents don't understand why I'm stressed. I'm just it's a lot of stress and just a lot on your shoulders of just like not understanding what is even gonna happen. Like you gotta realize like you're being uprooted from 12 years of doing the exact same thing almost to an
Right.
entirely new life that you just gotta figure out and you're expected to know all this. And it's a lot of stress and it's like a huge difference. So it's just been a lot of asking God and like seeing
Yeah.
other people's like experience and getting that step like them telling me what it's
Yeah.
like. So just kind of going with the flow again and trying to figure things out
Yeah.
one step at a time. So
Absolutely.
That's great. Well, let's go like flip side. Freshman year, if you had a freshman come up to you and ask you, Stefano, how do I stay strong in my faith throughout high school?
that's
What
a
would you
darn
say?
good question, little bro, because I'm as a freshman,
Well,
no
I'm
idea
saying-
what was happening.
No, I'm saying like you, like where you are now, you're answering this question for a freshman.
Oh, I just tell him to just go to church, bro. Like I think that's the
Mm.
big thing. I'd say start out slow. Going to church at first, I'll be honest with you, is very awkward and it is just kind of boring. But start out slow and slowly build up from there. That's always gonna be my advice. Don't push your kid necessarily fully onto it. Well, that did
Mm.
work for me. I wouldn't say just like force your kid to go to church. I'd say just try to lead them there the best you can.
Mm.
It might work, it might not work. It just depends on the person. So.
So staying consistent is what really helped you stay strong in your faith when at school.
Yeah, because it's like we've watched your faith grow a lot over the last 4
Mhm.
years and how
Mhm.
things have changed for you. And now, like, even your perspective on church is so different. You serve everywhere, you're so actively involved. You love to pray. You're one
Yeah.
of our first people who always volunteers to pray, which is awesome. And Stefano, my last question for you is if people looked at your life, what would you hope that they see about Jesus?
I just hope I'd be able to reflect Jesus well enough for them to understand that. So
To
Yeah.
see him.
That they'll see
Yeah.
him in you?
Yeah.
I hope that too, Stefano. Hope that for me too.
Well, as we kind of wrap up here, just kind of one last idea or thought. If the people watching could just get one major takeaway from this episode or like one great thing about what you talked about, what would you hope it would be?
my big takeaway, my two things I would want to say is one, I think people need to maybe judge what is in a game a little less and actually just sit down and play it first. I don't think you should judge a book by your cover. Shouldn't judge a video game by its cover. Something I do. I'm guilty of it, but just play it. And then second, I would say just keep being at it with your faith. Keep being consistent. Is my big faith thing. You're not gonna be perfect. I'm not perfect about reading my Bible. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that's something a lot of people struggle with right now. I keep hearing that from everyone,
Mm.
from youngins.
Mm.
But I think we all just we need to like just you gotta try to stay consistent if you can.
Mm-hmm.
Just try to find somewhere where you can learn more about faith and just be poured into by other faith-filled people. So
Yeah. Just don't give up. Even if you slip up, don't give up.
yeah,
Yes. Consistency is key and discernment matters for
Yeah.
all media that you
Mhm.
consume.
I
and
agree.
Take part of. Yeah.
there's books, there's movies that people watch. I would say maybe not necessarily the best, but you gotta watch it. I can't really, I can't judge you without seeing it. So
Right.
Right.
Well, thank you, Stefano, for joining us for another awesome episode and for teaching us honestly so much about video games and things like that. And thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Impact Students podcast. We hope that you loved and enjoyed it as much as I love and enjoy having these conversations and being a part of it. We hope to see you again next week.
Bye.
Bye.